Hi, Vicki Howie of chakraabundance.com here, and today I want to share with you how you can create true abundance. So if we're going to talk about that, obviously we need to define abundance. Abundance, the way that I see it, is that you're overflowing in all areas of your life. You're at your full potential in all the different areas of your life. And it really is possible. The problem is that our culture defines abundance in very limited ways, and we often equate abundance with wealth. If you have a lot of money though, and you don't have health, and you don't have really good satisfying relationships, and you don't have a connection to spirit, you're not really abundant, right? And likewise, if you have a really good inner life, you have good connection to spirit, you have good relationships, and you're really healthy, but you don't have the material things that you need. You can't pay the rent, you're worried about that. You can't even buy the shoes you want or support your family. That's not really abundant. So let me explain how your energy field works, because abundance is really being in all of your energy field. And we have some tendencies that we do as spirits in a body. And that is that we tend to reside or live in one area of our energy field more than another. This is just how it is. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, I would like more abundance, you're probably residing more in one area than another. If you're looking at this video and going, yeah, I know what that's like, I have it all, then you're probably already balanced and living right in the midline of your body. And if you are, go out and share that energy. Go out and teach that and share that and help more people on this planet be abundant. So now, if I'm talking to you, and believe me, I've had my struggles, my tendency was I was upper chakra dominant. There are 3 chakra types that I identify to make this easier for you to understand, and it'll help you to figure out what you're doing energetically or where you're at. The first one I'm going to share with you is what I have had a tendency in the past to be, and have worked a lot with, so there's a lot more balance in my life now. I was very upper chakra dominant, very spiritual and not showing up in the physical world. The planet is now having more and more people come in like that, and more people residing in that energy. That's why you hear the term indigo children. This is a new group of people. We're a new tribe, and the norm has been to grow like a tree from the bottom up and get stuck somewhere in the process. And so a lot of people are lower chakra dominant. And so most of the advice that you get for abundance or wealth come from people that are lower chakra dominant and who are teaching people the same way they are. But the problem is that lower chakra dominant, upper chakra dominant people would approach something completely opposite. At least they should. And then to throw something into the mix, there's a third type. A third type. The third type is the type of person that I call split. They're upper and lower. They bounce back and forth. And because of this, have a bit of a weak middle. If doctors have ever said you're like slightly bipolar, you know, something slightly like, or you feel slightly bipolar, you're probably the split type. And I often affectionately call this group big souls, because you're stretching up to spirit and sky and you're living in the material world, but the middle bridge of core and self is weakened or somewhat missing, and therefore you can't appreciate both of those worlds together, both of those sides of yourself. So, that was a whirlwind. Those are the 3 chakra types that I teach about. And I help you identify in my Chakra Abundance course what type that you are, so you can know how to personalize your movement toward true abundance, right? Because if you want to get into a middle aligned spot and you're way up high, you need to come down, you need to ground. And if you're way down grounded and you're feeling depressed and lacking inspiration and feeling like life is too heavy and you have material things but there's no joy, you need to lift up and work with practices that open up your spirit, give you joy, connect you to everything and to other people and to your heart. And finally, if you're the big soul type and you're bouncing around, we need to strengthen that middle core part. And so there's great exercises for igniting the solar plexus chakra, for really igniting who you are at the center of yourself and discovering who you really are, putting yourself first, putting the oxygen mask on you. So in a nutshell, That's what Chakra Abundance is all about. And the most important thing I want you to understand is whether you do my program or not, whether you come to Chakra Abundance or not, please do not go out and do one-size-fits-all programs. Most of the programs being taught are one-size-fits-all. You wouldn't go to a doctor and have them give you a pill. Okay, here's the pill that everyone takes. You would never do that. You would ask your doctor to diagnose you first, right? And that's what we do at Chakra Abundance. We figure out your energy profile first in order to figure out what you need to do for balance. Additionally, think of it this way. If you needed to get to Kansas, you're somewhere in the US, you need to get to Kansas. Let's say Kansas is abundance, since it reminds me of Oz. It's a good place for abundance. If Kansas were abundance, for someone to go from New York to Kansas, right? They know they're in New York, they have a certain set of directions. You go due southwest, right? But if you're in Southern California and someone from New York tells you, well, I know how to get to abundance, you go due southwest. And so from California, you go due southwest, and you end up in the Pacific Ocean, drowning. And drowning is exactly what happens for a lot of people in these programs, because they're doing the opposite of what they need to do. Your energy is specific to you. You need to personalize your abundance. And your abundance is already within you. The template is within you. It's simply finding the balancing practices you need to do to be balanced within yourself. That's what Chakra Abundance is all about. And I love, love, love sharing this information, these practices. So please check out chakraabundance.com and join me, and let's all together make this a more abundant world. Blessings.